Okay, so our brain, yes, has to transmit information to the other parts, yeah? So if I'm, like, of course, if I'm moving the hands like this, it's because my brain is telling my muscles to move, yes? So how the brain transmit this information to the body? So in our brain, yeah, there's like neurons, and basically are like this form, yeah? So like wires connecting one another. So here it should be like another like neuron connecting, and then
This is cell, one cell.
yes, one cell,
And
which is
connect to other cell.
yes, which is it's a because it's in the brain, it's called a neuron. Yes. So it's going to be like this. Yes. And basically, the way they transmit the information is by kind of electricity. You know, just send like some how is it called?
Muscles.
Yeah, some signals, yeah, from one to the other, yeah.
In the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So this bit, yes, from here, is called axon. Yes, this part is like the nucleus of the cell, and these are like the muscles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Called what?
Muscles.
Muscle.
Axon.
Axon. Yeah, it's here. Wait, axon. Yes. Okay. So you have to. What we want to do is to model how the signals are transmitted. Yes, and basically, it's just ions. Ions, you know what is ion?
No.
It's just like positive charge. So I'm just sending like positive charges. Yes.
Do you like positive?
Yeah. Well,
Just assign positive.
أيوة
so it's just like kind of electric.
electric هنا بجيبه
Yeah, like
E plus
kind of electricity. Yeah. 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 We can look at proper definition later if you want, or now, I don't mind. Yes, and basically, so here I'm going to just like send ions. Yes, and this is the cable. And now you're going to, these ions are sending from here to here, then to another cell, and then maybe to another cell, and to another cell, yes. And normally, like, some part of our brain is in charge of moving the muscles, one is in charge of, I don't know, to see. So if you just send the signals to these parts, then you will be able like, to see, to move, whatever, yes. But the important thing is how can we write down a mathematical model to express this this change in the potential. Potential mean is like difference of energy. Potential is difference of energy. Yeah. So now I have a lot of ions. I move some, so it's a change of energy. Yes. Or electricity is the same. But we are going to look at a point in the middle. Yes. So I focused on what's the change of energy at this point. Yes, we could put any other point, but we choose this one. Yeah. Okay. And this curve, which is the voltage at x. Yes. So here, this sends a signal. So there's no at time 0. There's nothing here. And then while this one gives the signal, then there's like a change of energy, like a positive one, because there's the energy passing here. But then we take a lot of energy from here, so we go to positive, negative, and then after a while, it goes back to 0, and it stays like the same.
Excuse me, could you explain more? What's this? This electricity?
This is the yeah, like the voltage. It's the electricity.
Okay.
Yes, at the point x.
Okay.
So at the moment, if there's nothing happens, you're at 0
Here.
voltage.
We are here.
No, we are at x.
Here, index. Okay.
Yes, voltage at x. Yes. So for at the moment we have 0 voltage, and then some signal is moved, is passed through x. So I'm just going to pass and when I pass, it's getting bigger, and then this goes by, so goes to minus, because there's, like, imagine like you have at x, you have, I don't know, like some energy, yes, and then the signal has to come onto x, then increase its energy, but then when it goes, it also takes away some of the energy remaining in x, so it goes to negative, and then when it's gone, the x.
Oh, here, no.
Yes.
Here in this point here.
No, this time.
This time.
I mean, in this point, not time.
Okay, at this point of time, it means that the signal has already passed x.
Mhm.
This time is not this.
Mhm.
Yes. So at time equals 0. At time equals 0, the voltage is 0. Yes. When the signal just is on x, here is the maximum. Yes. And then the signal takes away like some kind of energy
One moment,
from
please
x.
tell- And what's this axis? X?
Voltage, like
Voltage.
the energy. So basically, it's the energy at x and on time. So the energy here is like 0. Yes? There's no energy at the moment.
Okay.
Then I'm going to send a signal.
Okay.
When the signal is coming,
Yes.
the energy is increasing.
Mm.
And then when the signal goes away, it takes
Yeah, now
some
understand.
voltage of x,
Yeah.
and then after a while, the x go back to normal, to 0.
Mm. Yes. And why it's minus? How can it's minus? And I
Because-
mean minus voltage. And I mean 0, okay, but why
It
it's
means-
minus? I mean, why voltage?
Just imagine that you are going to take some of the things. So at x, imagine, let's say, yes, this is x. Yeah, I have like three things, and then this is a signal. Yes. So, but imagine this is 0 is the normal. Yes.
Okay.
So 0, and then the signal is coming.
Yes.
So I'm just going to increase
Yes.
this.
Yes.
But then, like the signal doesn't pass like this and goes away. No, but it might carry like kind of something.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine. So now it's 2 instead of 3, the normal one. So it goes down. But then after a while, yes, this goes back here to the normal.
Yes.
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 But it's just like physics
Physics. Yeah. I hate
or
physics.
physics.
جهة الكهربائية العصبية.
You have electricity.
So basically, this is what we
معايا فل أنا.
they did it, like you put the like a kind of a measurement to measure the voltage in x, and you send a signal. This is what's happening. Yeah, this is like experimental data. They found that this is and it's called action potential. Yes, this curve is called action potential. And so what you want is to draw write down a model. So the solution is basically this action potential. Yes. So first, we denote by Wt the concentration of ions. Yes. And V to be the voltage. Okay. So then, the voltage is a function of the voltage. Yeah, just moving. Minus the concentration of ions. Yes, because you take if the voltage is like this, but you take some ions, yeah, it's decreasing. And the
Sorry, this is what?
it's just a function of the voltage. Yes, if there's no ions, then the voltage are going to behave
Will be the same.
accordingly to a function. But you don't have to ask exactly why is this model like this, because this is a model
Scope.
from these guys.
Mhm.
So they come up with a model like this, such that the solution is like this. So don't ask why is this model, because they say, okay, this model behaves like
He
this.
created this model.
Yes, it's not like the previous ones that we had to okay, explain the terms because we
Yeah.
don't know. Here is okay. This is a model which
Mm.
behaves like it was supposed to behave. Yes, and this the ions. So it's the voltage multiplied by a constant, and then also there's ions moving. So they just go.
Ion, is it same
Yes,
this one?
W. Yes. Okay.
Minus, what's it? W?
W is ions. Yes.
But-
I understand. This is like
Gamma constant, yeah.
Mm.
And
The
then-
ion is minus here. Similar.
and now this is we assume that f of v is like this.
Assume, okay.
Yes. So if f is like this, then f can be written like this.
Mm.
Yes, because it has a 0 at here, a 0 at A, and a 0 at 1. Yeah?
Okay.
Just like, we cannot really think, okay, why is this F like this? We could do it, but they found this model for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
So we're not going to like, okay, let's really get it.
And we need to understand which we need to understand.
Okay, and what are we going to do now? Basically, just sub the f into the equations, and then what we did all the time is just study the function. So steady state, stability, and then phase plane.
And we need 1 hour extra for phase
So
plane.
so state,
Another time.
stability and
Phase plane,
phase plane.
Phase
is the drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, yes, you end up. So if dB dt is 0, yes, then W is equal to V1 minus V minus A. Yes,
Mhm.
just like. And if dW dt equals 0, then W is equal to V over gamma V. Yes?
Mm.
Okay. Sorry, V like this. Okay. So this is in red. Yes.
Can
And
I
because
Could you do this in other paper as well? The
No.
phase plane.
Because I'm
لا
just
لا
going
نطلب
to
الحين phase plane.
Okay. I thought it's phase plane now. Okay, sorry.
no, I'm just going
خليها
to.
ساعة لحالها.
So
Sorry.
if dV is 0,
Mm.
so like V is here, yeah. So V is 0, so it's not going to move. So it can only be up and down. Yes. So up and down. And if dW dt is equally 0, which the value is this, it means that this doesn't move, so it's only can move like this. Okay. So if you draw the phase plane, this is going to be this one. Yes. And this one, it depends on the slope. Yes.
Excuse me. Elwood's first one will be like this, right? Elwood's.
You just have to look at the axis.
Okay.
Because dV dt equals to 0, what is dV? dV is in this axis.
Yeah.
So because this is 0, it means that you cannot move right and left, so the only option is move up and down.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to just have a look at the pen of the B
B.
over gamma. Yes? And this is a straight line. So this is a straight line. And it can be like this or go up.
Mm.
Yes? So depending on the slope, you can either cross 3 points, 2 points, or
Nothing.
1 point. Here is always, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So 3, 2, and 1. Yes? So here they say, because it's to describe the action potential, the relevant case, so the case,
Correspond.
yes, when we have a single steady state. So basically, in the action potential, we have this. Yes? Because in this case, B over gamma is bigger than this. So it's just bigger. Yeah, in if it wasn't like this, we should have studied 3 cases. Yes, this, and this. But they already told us that our case is where b over gamma is bigger.
Bigger than when equals W equals 0.
bigger, no, like b over gamma is bigger than this slope. So it means that it's going to only cross 1 point. So we're going
cross
to
1 point, which is
no,
this
this
one.
is 1 point. So we have 1, 2, and 3,
Yes.
1, 2,
2,
or 1.
1. Yeah.
So in the case of action potential, delta over gamma is big enough that the line is just over this. So our special case is going to be the green one.
You mean this one is W, right? This line.
This line,
اللي أخذناها في الإيكولوجي 3 1 تقطع 3 مرات، تقطع مرة واحدة، ما تقطع مرتين. نفس الفكرة، تقطع من هنا مرة واحدة، هنا بس تقطع من هنا. مرة تقطع هنا وهنا، وهذه تقطع 3 مرتين. تقول لي إن نركز على هذه.
You mean all of them W, but we need this one.
yes,
Okay.
all of them are like
الخط
this.
هذا ترى هذا، شفت الخط اللي هو
W V over gamma V.
ويقطع هذه اللي فوق.
But
هذا
in
المرحلة.
our, you remember in
زي الجبل بالضبط.
ecology we
First
have
exam.
R
First exam,
with
yeah.
R's.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, if R is smaller than R1, we
Because-
have 3.
Ah,
Between
okay.
R1 and R2, 2. Bigger than R2, 1.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now B over gamma is bigger than R2. For
Yes.
example. Yes?
Yeah.
And because this is our case, yeah, our data, initially our parameters in the action potential make this this quotient to be just bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're in this case. Okay, so you just stability matrix. Yes, if you just this is basically f of b, yeah, minus w. Yeah, this is the
Yes.
way here. Okay, so just differentiate this respect of b, f prime of b, of w minus 1, of bb, and of w minus gamma. Yes, so that the trace is going to be this minus this, and the terminal is this per this minus this. Yeah, okay, so at the steady state 0, 0, yes, here, how is f? F is decreasing, yeah, so you know that f prime of 0 is negative. So
You mean V? Which one is increasing?
no, the f
Ah, okay.
is the red one, yeah, this is the red is f, is like this one, yes. And at 0, 0, you only have to look at the f prime of 0 gives you the slope. Because at 0 it's negative, you know that f prime of 0 is negative. You don't really have to derivate and substitute the 0 because you know the shape, so you know what's happening at 0. Yes? And because the trace is this minus this makes the trace negative, and because this is also negative, multiplied by this minus, this is plus, and this is plus. So trace negative and determinant positive. Therefore, this is stable. Yeah? Okay. And now you have to determine the trajectories.
Tragic.
Trajectories.
What's it?
Yeah. How is it moving? This you know?
This tragic trace.
Trajectories.
2 line for this.
Yeah, going to do that. So we have
وترجمة.
this.
لين خلصت.
تكتب لي اكتب.
Okay. So we look here. For example, if we are above the red one, yes, it means what? So this is bigger, yes, than this. Yeah, so above
Above.
if we're above the red one, yes, it means that W is bigger than this. In the red one is equal.
Yeah, read one.
Above is the value is bigger.
Yeah, W. Because it's
bigger.
like-
Yes.
Yeah. So if the value is bigger, it means that this is going to be negative.
Yes. You're
Could you
Yeah.
repeat color?
Okay.
Oh, it's most important.
So at the line at the red line,
Mm-hmm.
yes, the value is equal to this. Yes,
W
because
equal.
the line is basically the value equal to this.
Same the function, yes. Yeah.
Yes, but above the red line,
Mhm.
the value is going to be greater.
Mm.
Yes, because it's above the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if the value is bigger than this f,
This
Here-
will be negative.
this is going to be negative.
Yeah.
So because this is going to be negative, dv over dt is going to be negative. Yeah.
Coming down.
So when yeah, that work. So here we're going to have above v is negative and below v is positive. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
For this question.
Yes, this one. Okay. And now we're going to have a look at the green one. Yes? Above the green one, yes, v is going to be
W.
positive.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah?
B positive.
And-
V is bigger, I mean. Above the green line,
Mhm.
v is going to be
Bigger.
bigger. So
And
because this is going to be
bigger than
bigger,
V. Right?
yes,
Yeah.
or bigger than this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So above, this is going to be bigger, and then we have a look at here. So this is going to be negative as well, because this is going to be bigger.
You mean this one? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
So up, we have w prime to be
Negative.
negative, and here w prime going to be positive. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And-
Okay.
Okay.
So now just have a look. If we're here, yeah, we are below.
Mm.
Sorry, we're going to be below what? The red. So this is positive, and also below the green. So it's going to be positive. So both positives is this. Yeah.
Okay. Could
repeat
you
this one?
change the color? How this red or green?
Because we're
Yeah.
in this area.
Yes.
Yes. Where we are below the red
Yeah.
and below the green.
Yes.
It's
So below the red is this,
Positive.
positive.
and below the green is positive.
Positive.
That's why positive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're here in the middle,
Mm.
yes, what
Posi-
we are
Positive.
above this
That's
one,
negative.
so negative, but
Positive.
below the green,
Positive.
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 Yeah. So
Mm.
the value is going to be bigger, but this is going to be negative.
Ah,
Negative,
okay,
negative.
okay, okay.
Yes. And what are we doing here? Here we are above and above, so negative, negative. So just going to this and this. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
easy, but
And at this, even though we are in this, yes, it's going to be important. So we are,
why it's important, Kayla? Negative, negative. What we don't need it.
yes, we need it because now we're looking at the voltage, and voltage can be negative.
Mhm.
Can be negative and positive.
Yes. Okay. So here we are up. we're going to write it negative.
Up the green.
We are up the green, so w dot negative. Yes, and
Positive.
below the red one.
Positive.
So this is point. Yes. So then w is negative, but b is positive. So like this. Yeah.
And you look for the question.
This
Just
is below V.
Yes.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So basically, we're doing like a circle. Yeah. From here, here. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to end this. If you
And this
remember.
is the solid state, right?
Yes. This is 0. This point is called A, and this point is called 1. Yes.
One. Why one?
0, A1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. When you finish, I'll be right here. Okay. So let's turn the page, and we see. I'm just going to make this again. now we're going to start just here. Yes, which is, it is called, what is it called here?
Upright, uplift.
Yeah, but it's not called any. Okay, so this point, yeah, is smaller than A, and the black point is going to be bigger than A. Yes. So we start a little bit smaller than A, or a bit bigger than A. Yes. Okay. So if we start,
Because A here, and
Yes.
this is small, right?
say yes, you
هم
start
انفيزبل
here
كم رسمة يعطينا ولا حنسويها؟
واحدة سهلة سهلة.
حنسويها؟
and then take.
لا
the
حنسويها ولا هو؟
one.
حنرسمها؟
Mm.
حنرسمها ولا هي يرسم؟
Yeah.
Yeah. So because
إحنا نرسم ستيك.
you want
لا،
to
لا،
know
بس
what happens near the A point. Yeah. So let's say you start at small A. So here we've seen.
شو الكويشن؟
لا لا
خليك هنا عادي اقدر
Yeah,
اسوي
you want.
برني كم برني يوش خليك هنا قريب خليك كم هي
Okay. So
See now.
if we're here,
Mm.
we're in this area, which is the same as this. Yeah. So again, with here we also have this.
كوفي حقي.
سوري
Okay. So if we start here, yes, we have to go up and left, and then we have.
This is the same one.
Yeah, but just like because you
Yeah.
don't see it yet. Okay. So just up left, we have to cross the green one horizontally, and then we go
Go left.
left and down, and then maybe we can also cross again the red one,
Mm.
but then here we go in.
Mm.
Yes.
So this way.
Here.
Yeah.
And then if we are bigger than A, then we go away. Yes, we go away because we're here, so we go away, and then we have to cross this up, left, like this, and down.
كم بكس
Yes,
Yeah,
and
easier
we're
than
going to
it.
be
If
we're
you
going to
understand
be
it,
like
easier than just.
اي سهل صح.
بليز دورها بس
اي سهل بس المشكلة كيف ترسمها.
and because we're like
صح؟
higher here.
سهلة سهلة.
من البداية.
سهلة
This
سهلة
is-
سهلة.
جو جو
Right.
جو
Very easy.
So here basically this zero is like a focus. Yeah, everything that
Focus.
comes is going to
فور
come
ماي
like,
ستدي ستيت كم هي
like this.
Yeah.
But because here it's going to be here, in the bigger one, we can do a bigger circle. Yeah. Okay. So now,
We just 2 points.
yeah,
right?
2 points only.
Mm.
Yes, because then it means that all the points in here are going to behave like this,
Exactly.
and all the points here are going to behave
Mm.
like the green or black one. Okay, so now as we've seen, now we're going to only take look at the V, the voltage over time. Yes, so if we're little bit lower A, so here, what we're doing, just look at the voltage. So the voltage is this x arrow, ix axis. Yes, so basically it decreases. Yes, it just goes. But if it goes negative, then it increases again. So basically, it decreases, but if it goes negative, then it increases. And it goes to 0 because it's a steady state.
Yeah.
Yes?
This is X, right?
This,
And this,
yeah, one of V.
فور في
No,
فولتج
I mean all of them. There's X in the cells.
Decrease. Then
This is V, which is the voltage.
increase.
فولتج
You
فولتج
mean here كلا increase then decrease.
No. V. V.
V, yes هذا V, yes.
Yes? What's happening? Don't look at W, only V.
Yeah, but
So this basically goes
Decrease.
negative, negative, negative. And if it goes after 0,
will beat them down
then you have to go back again. So if you go negative, then you have to go back to 0 again. Yes? But if we start here, yes, because
Decrease, increase, increase, increase.
then what's the V do? Just the V.
just
I don't care about the
voltage
height. So basically it goes up to the maximum, which is here. And then what is on? It goes down, 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 down to negative,
To 0.
and then goes back, back, back. Yes. But if it does a lot of like this,
Okay.
then maybe here it will go up and down, and up and down until 0. Why? Because you can do
If you have three,
many, you know,
if you have
like-
3 point, you mean?
so like just let's make another like, let's see this in a bigger, yeah, in the biggest. So here, what does it do? It does like this, like this. Yes. So it goes a little bit negative and then boom, positive. But the black one, yes, comes from here. Yes, comes from here. Is negative, but then he can do like this, and then boom. But I could also do like this another time, you know, again, a little bit negative. So it means that I could have done positive a little bit and then negative and then
Yes, yes,
positive.
Uh,
Yes, but this, how is it? Is it this is?
This one, because it's like a smaller, so we get like a small negative.
Yes.
But here, because we
أنا لازم أدرس
Basically,
بعدين
because
أسوي
we're
ريكورد
here.
وأفرش ورجعت
This
أسوي.
is-
الحمد لله.
This is the.
ما أقدر
This is
أسجل.
how much
Then
negative.
again.
أسجل بعدين
This
أرجع.
is how much
والله
negative.
كيف
It's like
يعني.
really small.
لا فهمنا
really
شوي بس مو
small.
كثير.
Yes. Yeah, and this, and if we can, if you want just to. Yeah, so this in the bigger place.
In that?
So this
Yeah.
is just this, but bigger for us to see it better. Yeah? Okay. So we see that the value of A defines something called threshold. Basically that after bigger than A and smaller than A are different. Yes? In the math ecology, the threshold was, like for example, R1 and R2. Depending of
Yeah.
these points, you had one thing or another. So in this case, our I is the threshold. So the behavior of the solutions to the model are very different. You see,
Yeah, very different.
increase a lot and decrease a lot, or just decrease a little bit. So are different depending whether our initial conditions are just like above or below the threshold. Yes? Yes. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so how closely do our predicted curves? Yes.
Sorry,
Mhm.
this one we will draw it from the beginning.
Where?
I
Yeah,
think
this
like-
is this from the beginning. Everything from here. So we started
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and we did stability
Ah.
analysis, everything, blah blah blah, to face plane, and this is a face plane. Normally we would stop here,
Mhm.
but in this case, what we want to do is what happened to the
Volt.
volt over
Oh,
time.
over
So
time.
we're doing another graph, only taking care of voltation and time.
You study alone after that, yes, voltage.
Mm-hmm.
Choose voltage and study. To check about time, see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is something that let's say they give a good.
This one.
Yes, but this is, yeah. So if you solve this numerically, you have this. Yes.
This, exactly.
Okay. This is the
This one.
yeah, just depending of where your initial conditions are. Yeah. Okay. So so we finished the first topic in math biology. Now we're doing math in biochemistry. Yes?
You start last lecture, innit? Last lecture. You start
Yep.
on today.
Mm-hmm.
Complexity.
Okay. So what's happening in biochemistry? Basically, inside our bio, it means inside our body. In chemistry, just like reactions. So reactions inside our body. That's it. So what reactions? For example, sugars into energy. So if you eat a donut, then you get some energy and then you are more active. Yes. For example, of hormone production. boys and girls, different hormones, blah, blah, blah. What else? Our heart contracts and, how is it again? I don't know, the opposite of contraction, I don't know.
Recontract.
I don't know. But contracts, but the heart is not just one thing, it's a million cells at a time.
Mm.
Yeah? So all the cells have to contract at the same time.
Mm.
So, yeah? So this is a behavior that has to, has like reactions inside because
Inside the cell.
yeah, so that's like examples in biochemistry.
Because we see
It's the same, but just
اليوم
here it's a
يشرح
reaction.
Sorry?
شو بيك بعدين؟
It's the same
يعني
biology.
فيزياء
Yes,
H1
yes.
But,
But now
we have reaction here.
yeah, before we wanted only like as we did in math biology, just like two different cells, one
Yeah.
cell and chemical,
Yeah.
whatever. But here what we're doing is just
The reaction.
reactions.
Mm.
So two cells react and give another one.
chemistry.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So for example, like well, this is just introduction, okay? But the important thing is why do we need math in biochemistry? Because reactions are all the time taking place inside us. So if we want to model them, we have to model them. So there's a thing called the law of mass action. Yes? Okay, so you know like conservation of mass. Conservation of mass. So if I have here 3 kilos of something,
Mhm.
and then I put a kilo of enzymes and mix them together, and maybe they're going to give me another thing.
Okay.
Then if I had like 3 kilos plus 1, so 4, the products should be 4 as well. Yes, more or less. Okay. So now you just suppose that you have a molecule A
Mm.
combined with a molecule B, and with they go to C. But K1 is the rate constant. Yeah, it's yes. So for example,
Operation.
yes, the operation. How many C's are we going to get? Yes, basically. Okay, and here just for the notation, uppercase is going to be molecules, in lowercase is going to be the concentration of molecules.
Mhm.
So what does this law of mass action says? So it says that the rate of reaction, yes, is proportional to the product of concentrations of the chemical reactants involved. For example, the rate of reaction, if I want to go from left to right, what's the rate of reaction from going to left to right? It's just going to be concentration of A multiply concentration of B and multiplied by the rate. So it's K1 AB
Concentration.
of B.
Like,
Because B, it might be like water, but B small is a concentration of water. So how many water do we have? Like densities, yeah. So from left to right, our rate of reaction is A multiplied B multiplied by K1. But if I want to go from right
To live.
to left, if there was like another arrow here with K2, it would be C and K2. And that's it. Yeah, just multiply the concentrations. For example, and now we want to just want to look at the concentrations, yeah, not the molecules. So from A, yes. Okay, so always start from
Left to right.
left to right. Yes?
yes.
So from left to right. Okay. So A, I have one A here, and I have 0 A here. So I'm losing 1 A. Yes? That's why I've got here minus 1. Okay. And what's the concentration? What is the rate of reaction? The rate of reaction is A, B,
B,
and K1. So A, B, and K1. B is exactly the same as A, because you lose 1B. Then you have A.
Sorry,
B
could you
and
repeat this
K1.
one? How can I get
So go from left
okay
to right.
to right here?
So how many A's are you losing?
1 A.
Yeah, just one.
So in you are losing,
Yeah.
so it's minus 1.
How can I understand I lose it? Because it
Because
depends
here,
for A.
no, because here you have 1A and here you have nothing.
Nothing. I lose.
So you lose
Yeah,
1A.
it's depends in A, right?
In A.
Yes, in A.
Yeah.
And then you
No.
just multiply
Same.
by the rate of reaction, which is the reaction
A of
A
B.
and B.
Mm.
With
With
B
A-
is exactly the same because, yeah.
Yeah, same
Same.
because 0 here.
But with C, yes, you go also like from always, from
Allah يحميك
left
تمام.
to right.
Mm.
So we are from 0 C's to 1 C's. So I'm just going to multiply by positive 1. And then what's the rate of reaction from left to right?
K1 A B. No, K2 maybe.
A, B, and K1. And that's it.
Carla, could you repeat? C.
C. So you're here.
Reaction
Yes.
left
You have to look at the arrow. Yes?
Arrow.
So you go from left
to right.
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
there is 0.
Right,
So-
and then get C.
C.
Yeah, it's 0.
This is because it's a positive.
Yes. So you go from 0 C's to 1 C.
C
So it's
is
a
good.
positive 1.
Okay.
And then what's the rate of reaction of this arrow? Is A, B,
3B.
K1.
Yeah, A, B, Q.
And that's it.
For left, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay? And now let's do the same
Allah
with,
يبارك.
with 2 arrows. Yes?
Yeah, Kella, here.
Yes.
We don't wait. Why put B here? Not why not only A
Because-
and K here? B and
Because
K.
A alone
Hello.
doesn't make C. You need B to make C.
Mm. So but minus. Yes, yes.
Yes, so you need also some B's. That's why you need B's.
And this because this one, right?
Yes,
This
this
is
is
the reaction.
the law of mass action tells you that the rate is this one.
Mm.
Yes. Now let's do this one when it's reversible. Yes.
Okay.
So the first arrow,
Mm.
yes, just forget about the second one. The first arrow is exactly the same as this. Yes,
Mhm.
because we didn't change anything.
Yeah.
So the first arrow is this one. Yes.
Okay.
This gives you
And then just we have two sides here.
yes. So the first is the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's do
Second.
the second
No.
one. Yeah. And this is K minus 1.
We start to left to right.
Okay. So now you start from left to right. Yes?
Left.
Mhm.
Okay. Just look that the rate, let's write it down here.
Allah
Um,
يبارك.
the rate, it's called here, the rate of reaction. The rate of, and when we say forward,
So we have a question.
hmm? Forward means go this. Yeah?
Backward.
Forward.
And then the rate of backward.
This with which we take.
K minus.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
This one. This is the first
Check
side.
it out.
Yeah, because
from,
we're-
from left to right.
Yes.
This one.
Yep.
And this one from right,
Right,
to left.
yes. So because the first
Forward.
from left to right is exactly the same as this one,
Exactly.
I'm not going to repeat the same things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Our answer.
Okay, so the rate of forward reaction, yes, is K1 A B. And the rate of backward is K minus 1 C. Yes?
Yeah,
A B K1.
yeah. Exactly.
Mhm.
From here to here, C K2 or K1 minus.
Mm.
Okay, so the first one is done. Okay, let's continue with the A. We are going from left,
To
from right,
Right
to
to
left.
Yeah.
Yes?
Now we are here
So we are in the right.
and the right. Alright.
Yes, and we're going to left. Because
For
we're
the
doing-
B. Or
A,
right. For
A.
the alright.
Yes, from right to left. So we have no A's, 1A.
No is.
No A's, 1A.
Yeah, 0
Yeah.
minus.
So no plus, because we're gaining.
Yeah, it's plus. Yeah.
Because now we're going from right to left.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right to left, yes, okay.
Yeah, so here we have plus 1, K minus 1, C. Yes?
Mhm.
And again, all the time is going to do K minus 1 and K minus 1, C. Okay. B. 0 B's,
Plus.
1 B.
Plus.
Positive.
1 B.
minus.
And now C. 1 C, no
Zero.
C.
0.
We
Minus.
are losing 1.
Yeah, no.
Just look at the how much you are
Forward,
losing.
it's opposite. Yeah.
Yes?
لا لا.
Forward, yeah, you only have to think forward and backward. You only have to think if we're going from left to right,
Right
or
and-
left or right to left. And just see how much you're gaining or
Okay.
losing.
Mhm.
Like now we
Okay,
can
not
now we can do
much.
this
Yeah.
one, this one not.
You do our first of all forward and backward. Like for
Yes.
the sign, this forward
Yes.
and the other sign
it's
backward.
Yes.
This backward.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this one. Yeah? Okay, so let's say the rate of forward reaction and the rate of backward reaction. Yes? So, the rate of forward is K1 and of backward is K minus 1. Okay,
Yeah.
how many do we have? So we have A and 3B. And we're going to put B like this, 3 here. Why?
Yeah.
Because
B,
this,
B, B.
yes, it's B, B, B. Yes? So if we have 3 B's, we're going to multiply 3 times B's. Yeah, this is it. And from here to here, we have C square, B square.
C square or C multiply 2?
No, square. Because this, as we just said,
هنا سي يعني سي سي
is
مضروب بعض.
A
Yeah,
plus
square,
B
B square.
plus B plus B
هذا اللي اليوم شرحه صح؟
يشرحها
C
بس
plus
والله ما
C
هذا اللي شرحه اليوم لكم.
والله شرحها من قريب ما هو.
plus B.
بس ما شرحت
So you just basically multiply. So multiply A, multiply B, multiply B, multiply B, 3B3.
Mhm.
And here you multiply C, multiply C, multiply B, multiply B. C2, E2.
اوكي
And just multiplication.
اوكي multiply.
Yes? Okay. So I'm going to put this with red and this with green.
اوكي
Yep. Okay.
go forward first.
So from left
to right.
to right. Yes? So just look. Yes, that this is the same. I'm not, you know, this is the same.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is also the same. The only thing I have to change is the numbers in front.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes?
same format from this.
No, like, just look. Because
اه
we're...
عادة نفس اكيد.
Yes, this,
Ah,
this is
no,
the same.
سهلة سهلة انتم اللي.
بس الله مطنيك اثنين ناقص ثلاثة.
And it's like this. Yes, so it's the same. You don't have to change anything. But you have to change the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, A.
وانا متى بدينا؟
You go from
Okay.
left,
متى
It's
بدينا تعرفوا؟
from left
سجل
to right.
positive.
You lose 1.
من left to
From
right.
left.
From left,
Yeah, lose
لما
one.
بقى
you lose
47
1.
دقيقة.
So it's minus 1.
Yeah.
Yes? Now let's do the same with B. From left to right. You
Five.
lose 1.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
have 3
lose one, yeah.
and you have 2. So you lose
Exactly.
1. Yes? Don't sum or anything. Just look at how it changes. As you see,
yeah.
we have 1 A here and 0 A here. So it's minus 1.
Okay.
And we have 3 here and
Bigger
2
than
here.
this.
Yeah.
Am I-
Minus 2 as well. So we have different concentrations of A and B, but the name, the sign is the same. Because
Okay.
what is important is the difference between after and before.
Now we see.
From left
And
to
C.
yeah.
Left to right,
Two.
no C.
Zero.
To C,
to C.
plus C. Yes?
Yeah it's more
Okay.
plus.
And then
طيب.
from right to
ايش
left.
بقى؟
You see continue continue.
Yeah.
No see continue but just one.
He's going to.
So you have from right to
Right to left.
So no A, 1A plus 1.
Plus one, yeah.
Yes? B. 2B?
Could you answer
Maybe.
for me? Yes.
Yes.
From now from here to here.
Yes.
2B. 2B here a plus. 3 here. It's like a minus 1.
No, because
And
you
you
have
give
2B
me
here
Yeah 2.
and now here 3.
Could-
Oh 3. It's
could I-
You
it's
gain
never-
1.
just you get plus 1 or
Yes,
plus
plus
1 yeah.
What do you want?
So just explain for me. انا انتقلت من هنا لهنا
Yeah.
زائد البي كم
زائد البي. واحد.
زائد واحد خلاص واحد.
اوكي but
طيب انت لو تنتقل من هنا لهنا
Minus.
مثلا عندك بي ثلاثة
ايه انا عارف
جيت هنا نقصت واحد
نقصت واحد.
اذا ماينس واحد
اوكي.
فهمت؟
ايوه فهمت.
وهذا هنا نفس النظام.
Go ahead another one from the D for example T CC. See now
C.
from
How many do you have here?
here to C
And here?
0.
So how many
Minus.
did you lose?
Lose minus 2.
Okay, so minus 2.
أي.
Yes?
Yeah I got it I got it.
Okay.
This was easy but بدك لك شهر.
Pause.
Boss.